All right, so last time I added a combo system where the idea being you generally keep going up. If you go up more and more and you're going up quickly, you eventually like get to an on fire state. Um, where you get increase in move and jump, and certain upgrades can interact with that as well. Um, so I added that. That was the main thing. Um, Offline, I had added a ledge grab, but it was still pretty flaky. The ledge grab is now still not perfect, but significantly improved. So the ledge grab is much more reliable now, and I added a few ledge grab upgrades. So here I can actually hop into the game and show that. Um, Also, some degree of getting stuck on corners got fixed. Um, where you like if you hit a corner just right, you would get kind of stuck and it wouldn't trigger the ledge. Oh man, I still got it. First thing. So yeah, I need to tweak colliders, but there is still just this like one sweet spot right there. It is when you are mostly over, but you're too high up for it to be a grab, but also your feet are too much. See that? I was able to sneak over the edge. That's using like a different jump collider. But there is like a smaller collider when you jump to make it easier to sneak over these corners. But there is like a sweet spot. Let's see if I can hit it again. It's like right on the top. Okay, I can't hit it here, but you know, you saw it before. There is a sweet spot where this like grounded logic is not perfect still. So probably more looking at ledge grab because I think I can't cut it. I think it's like pretty important to have. I think like even with that like edge case sweet spot that's kind of annoying, it already feels much more fluid to like jump around and stuff with the inclusion of that ledge grab. Oh, and that reminds me, that's another thing I had to fix on ledge grab. It's still, I want to make it so damage knocks you off. And it doesn't interact with that yet. Sometimes there's like if you get hit at a specific moment, it won't even knock you off. I paused there just because I noticed a shop I want to add. I also new sprites for items. Some degree of the approach I'm taking here is like, if I'm gonna do visual work, I wanna improve the visuals of basically the worst looking thing, or like the biggest potential for gain. And you know, I did my programmer art best to make the old see if I can bring them up. The old placeholder sprite good. You know, a few of these are like okay. Looking at these, you know, I tried. This is okay. I could probably still use if I really wanted to. This is not great. So meh. But the point is, if I just be honest, like yeah, I made these nicer than I could have made in my programmer art before. I put some time into them, but the truth is, I'm just like never gonna get it looking as good as what I can get from a pack if I find a good pack, and I did. So I have like all these to work with, an open pack, and I also in some cases have taken like post-processing steps. For example, this ring, um, I split it up into like a primary and a secondary sprite, where the primary is still getting color tinted. So I like take out the jewel of the ring and I make it grayscale so it can be color tinted properly. And then I can still use this nice ring, but still permuted a bunch on color. So here I can show you what I'm talking about. Gloves I just tinted because I didn't feel like there was a good case for, but shield, I'm using sort of this built-in shield here with very little modification, but to give it like permutation on color, I sort of extended out like an Ura type vibe using the same like color shifting, grayscale color idea. Here you can see I got a ring with a yellow gem. The seeds, the ribbon on like the seed pouch is different colors. Here's some other shields. The wing, it's like the outline. You can't really see because this is silver. So yeah, here's a shop item. There's another wing. This is still the old original. This is the first sprite I added. I'll replace it at some point. There's food sprites and stuff in here. But yeah, so boots, you got like these feet. You can see that's a modification of this green thing here. So yeah, that's another off. Oh, there's a ring with a red gem in it instead. Um, so yeah, I think these look a lot better now, and they still sort of have that same flexibility to be reused a bunch, to sort of catch up. Like I mean, not that limited now, but like still some degree limited. Like the ratio of available sprites to desired usages of those sprites. You know, I need to be able to permute them on something, so I can still permute them on color here. So just it worked out pretty well. Okay. Anything else? Oh yeah, hopefully the stream audio is fixed. I just like watched a couple videos asking like what filter change should I use. So hopefully I won't have to like waste a bunch of time adjusting it every time. Yeah, I didn't waste a bunch of time adjusting it today. I just did like a quick sanity check recording, which sounded fine. So I just plowed forward. So hopefully that's fixed for good for long term. Hopefully I have the right filter chain in the right order. So I won't have to ever waste a bunch of time on that again. Anyway, today, I think I previously said I was gonna do levels, but I realized I want a couple more like puzzle pieces to plug in to my levels. And I've been talking about the idea of adding like challenge rooms or treasure rooms for a while. Oh, I guess another one would be trade life for treasure. But basically, we only have shops and rest areas as like outward deviations from the thing, and I want a few more of those, especially now that we have a ton of upgrades to give out. I want to set up the plumbing for like treasure rooms with upgrades in them. I don't want shops to be the only way to get upgrades. Um, so yeah, we're gonna make, I think these are called like special chunks or something, but we're gonna make more special chunks so we can spread them into the spawning and have more diverse levels. Also offer some additional treasure to the player. So, oh, and I guess from an upgrades perspective, you could potentially um, interact with these if you want to. You could like make this challenge easier of like collecting the coins quickly. You could make this time you need to wait long or shorter. You could increase your odds in dice or increase the board of the dice. You can improve the ratios here, reduced amount of life required for treasure, whatever, increased odds. Anyway, so yeah, I'll try and I don't have a super clear idea of exactly how complicated it's going to be to implement all these. Also, I don't know how late I'll be able to go today. It is incredibly hot, and my AC is broken. So it is 94 here, sitting at my computer. I think I'm likely to just get like stupid and making stupid mistakes more quickly in this heat. So I might have to do slightly shorter stream. But we're gonna power through to the extent possible and get as much done as we can. So, I guess, do I need like any meta systems for these special zones? Not sure. I think I'm just gonna start with one. All right. So I'll put like sort of these two boxes here. Okay. So yeah, let's start with a special zone a special zone that when you activate it, it spawns a bunch of coins that you have to that fade. Like you think about Mario, like I'm thinking Mario, right? Sometimes you like hit a block and like a snake of coins comes out, and you get all the coin. You get the coins while they're up, and if you get all the coins, sometimes you get additional treasure. The nature of sort of the build of the level being dynamic could complicate this, but I think I have the information I should need to do this. We'll find out. If this turns out to be way harder than I expected, we can hunt it to the bottom and look to do something else. I mean, if nothing else, I think slots or dice is like going to be pretty easy to do. It's just basically we use the same buyable item tech from the old shop where if you run into it, you buy it. Or just could be the same sort of UI takeover type or like control takeover type thing. But either way, it just roll a random number and check it. That's the easiest stuff ever. Spawn some coins, spawn a piece of treasure. But we're gonna start with this one. We're gonna see how hard this is. I think this is the one that would like add the most to the gameplay because it gives you like it gives you the ability to exert some like risk or reward decision. Because if it's just the pure challenge and no decision making, then the sort of the challenge has to be perfectly tuned in terms of gameplay. So sort of accepting the reality that I might not be able to perfectly tune this like platforming gameplay, I probably will not be making just like one of the tightest controlling platformers of all time that just jumping around itself is enough of a hook here. So I need to inject sort of like decision making wherever I can. So like one example of that is the shop, where I get to decide what I want to spend my coins on. I get to decide how I want to become more powerful. And I think these other special zones can be more examples of that. Like this coin snake thing, the idea is, you know, you can keep going up and just sort of beat the level, or you can stay here jumping around specifically to potentially get some extra treasure. So that's sort of another decision being injected, which is what we want, I think. Ideally, the jumping and stuff is just so good that it's good enough, but I think decisions will help a lot. All right. So first thing I think I want to do here is take a look at this rest area chunk. And we're not going to use like, it's not going to go all the way to the right like this. It's just going to be a little sort of, there'll be a wall right here probably. So let's hop into that. I don't need this death bubble. I don't probably need this animated bubble. Sign. I probably need some other sign. This easily being dropped. Oh, no, it's drawn. Okay. Probably make a better sign too. Is there a sign in my stuff? No, I don't see a sign. That's okay. I can make a better sign, or I can find one. The sign is not the important part here. Extra spawner, don't need that. So this is just the tile map and the sign as what we've sort of deleted this down to. I'm also going to delete most of the tile map, because I only want it to be like a slight offset. So let's just sort of fill up this wall. And I think because it doesn't have the bubble stuff, it won't stop the game, but it's not supposed to anyway. And I think what's the word? It won't do the camera swap thing either. I think all of that is hooked to the bubble, so by deleting the bubble, it should remove that. We'll see though. Just gonna draw this really quick and do a quick test. Add the code to sort of like just spawn it without it doing anything. I just want to see a different type of rest area spawn. All right, looks almost good enough. All right, that is good enough. Let's also, I guess as it is, yeah, I was gonna say let's make it. Yeah, it's taking me 2 seconds to make a new sign here. Graphics, sprites, signs. Sign base. Yeah, I already have a base. Let's see. This is like maybe like one of these coins. Guess I don't want to use bronze, silver, or gold because they're already coded. Like, I don't mean coded by like code per se, but I think I should just take this diamond and color it something else, and then color the coins that. But not gold. Maybe just like lime green. I don't think there's anything else using green. And the sort of typical argument against green that like the level, or at least like the initial levels for sure, will be green. Doesn't really apply as much since like you'll see these things spawn and they'll be temporary sort of. So we just magic wand everything except the diamond, invert. Well, let me move it over. It's annoying. It's not centered. Thing is as good as it gets. Yeah. Select everything except the diamond, invert to select the diamond, and then paint bucket, switch from normal mode to multiply. Give me like bluey green here. Oh, and the tolerance has to go all the way up, so I want a lighter green, I think, than that. How about that? That looks good. Then maybe I just put that on the sign. And then I just have this like floating in the air, and getting this is what like triggers the coins to spawn. Let's see. Save this as and G, which will flatten it. Sign, I guess, timed coin spawner. I need a better name than that, but it's fine for now. And then just save this as. Yes, is there like an other? I'm trying to make an other disk. I'm not sure how I would categorize this yet. Timed in spawner. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna need. Ooh, crap. Let's save this as a new prefab. We'll call it timed spawner. And then we accidentally edited rest area 0. Whoops. But through the magic of source control, fix that. Oops, that's Twitch. That's not it. Again, I will shill for source control. I just get the thing I want to get back, hit R, reset changes. There it is. It's back to the way it was before. Beautiful, beautiful source control. All right, but time coin spawner. Let me go to my signs because I just made those new signs. I just have to adjust it to whatever the pixels per unit so it matches the existing layout. And while I'm here, I'll do the same for the thing, even though I'm not going to use it yet. Use the same for the gem. Okay. All right, now we go to the sign. We switch it to our new sign. Sign something. Cool. Looks good enough. Let us now do the little bit to spawn it into the game. So where do we need to look? World Manager, I think. Maybe it's either World Manager or Platform Manager. Let's say rest area. Okay, so it's the platform manager, which I think is under like a weird path. Yeah, spawnables, chunks, platform spawner. Okay. So see, this already has a like rest area and shop prefab. So here you would have a private game object. Here, let me zoom in. I'm not zoomed in enough. Game object M timed coin spawner fab. And then we just like go see how shop and stuff is being used. Okay, this is just like doing a modulo, that's fine. This isn't what I want long term for sure, but this is fine for now, and it's like pretty convenient for testing. Although I need these things to not hit all three at the same time. I guess it's just like a least common denominator situation. Or I could just stop when I pick two things. I don't know. Well, now I'm gonna increase this. And this just needs to be like 3. We put 3 and timed corner C 2. Okay, so technically these will line up at chunk 42. I don't think there are actually 42 chunks in the whole level, so we're fine. Or at least it'll be like way, way, way up there, you know? It's not something we have to deal with when we're like testing and iterating probably. Okay, so let's take a look at where those other frequencies are used. To-do review needs change, can't, what if all line up? Right now, just I used to delay that. Okay, so E spawn timed coin spawner is the same sort of modulo check, but with our new value. Okay. Oh, I just got an idea. Or I had this idea before, but I forgot to write it down. Upgrade franchising. Shops become more common. Then rest area, other special become more common. So that would sort of integrate into the modulo system we're writing right now, but it actually wouldn't, which is why this needs to be better. All right, blah, blah, blah. This is already like kind of annoying. This is like this. Oh, it's to fix the left-right thing. We can have a little safety here. And then we can tease this apart. So we can say like spawn rest area. Like you do it or don't. And then but num spawn plus equals 1. And then subsequently you say like if b spawn shop on shop will spawn special chunk shop prefab and then it's spawned greater than 0, not be right, else be right. So this is just saying if you already spawned something, Spawn this on the other side of whatever you randomly rolled so that they can both spawn. And then we don't have to worry about like permutations of possibilities here that was previously set up. These are just like independent checks. Do I need it? This is like for follow-up things, I guess. Maybe. Let's just save it. Spawned. Time. Spawner. I'm gonna also add a note here. I guess at the top. Maybe today? Or fix or improve special chunk spawning, functionize, and better interact with spawn chance. Don't just modulo frequency. I'm feeling like functionize isn't a word? Yes, it is. I'm feeling like I'm kind of like repeating myself a little bit, not especially now that these are independent. So there could be like a helper function here with like a callback or something to like do this sort of follow-up stuff. Anyway, spawn timed coin spawner. I don't think this has any follow-up at the moment, but we'll see. This is M timed coin spawner prefab. Still. Okay. Now we head back to our game. It loads. Will eventually, probably. Oh, there you go. Cool. All right. Let me fix my window layout here a little bit. All right, and then we'll head back because we need wherever our platform spawner is. To there must be Underworld Manager. Yeah. Platform Manager, Platform Spawner. Oh, this is a different Platform Manager. Maybe? Yeah, this is the old Platform Manager. Where's the new Platform Spawner? Oh, it's just on the world. Okay. Should maybe delete this, at least disable it. Oh, I guess you can't. Yeah, okay, I understand. All right. It's fine. We don't want to deal with that right now. We're just going to put the timed coin spawner in here and make sure it is spawning correctly. Once we can know we're spawning it into the world correctly, we can start making it do some stuff. Oh, what happened? Crashed. New chunk. Oh, it assumes there's a safe bubble. It doesn't set. I think that's good enough. So that question mark operator is just saying, hey, if this exists, call this. It's like acknowledging that this is an optional thing. But it's good news that it crashed from spawning something that didn't have a safe bubble. That means it attempted to spawn our new thing. Hey, there it is. Now. Okay, I think we move the tile one over so it's like in view. And we can just put the actual like gem right there. So let's reopen that prefab. Okay. The grabby tool here. scoot it over. It can still be this wide. It doesn't really matter that much. And no one should ever actually see this, but we'll fix it. It's okay. Okay, now we need a new... Well, let me double check that works. I also like to like file and run the game every so often. Make sure I don't have unexpected bad surprises building up from whatever tweaking or change I did. Alright, we're moving up. Alright, here's our new area. We can see the edge of it. Cool, this is pretty much what I want. Okay, so let's create a new sprite in here. Is the timed coin spawner start? I guess start timed spawn. Where it's using that new gem sprite, which I have no idea what it's named. Timed or something? Yeah. Well, at least I'm consistent. Or is that like unnecessary? I mean, maybe should... It's not 22. Fine. I'm gonna just give it a little control to make it sway up and down, make it look fancier. That's just Q move translation and Q MVC roll. Use local 0.2, negative 0.2. We swaying? Find out. That is not correct. For sure that's not correct. Well, that's not important. That's like a polish thing. I'll review that later. I mostly care about the functionality right now. So what I think this needs is a circle collider that is a trigger. Just because we have layers for everything. Have a new layer. Start coin spawner. And then let's fix our physics settings. Make that work. Or like exclude everything that we want excluded. Okay. What else? Well, a circle collider isn't really correct. Get in a tiny bit. Well, no, I don't want an offset. I just should reduce the radius. And slightly bigger is fine, but it was way too big. Okay. What else? What else? Should I just make this even? So, okay. So we have a new component, I guess, or we need a new component. And this component is, I guess, like start timed coin spawner. Okay, so we have a on trigger enter 2D. That's how. Why is this not? The one time it's not auto completing. What's your problem, Visual Studio? my god, am I gonna have to go look? What's happening? TeleSense is being really dumb right now for some reason. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I am just gonna steal it from somewhere. I don't memorize these function signatures. It's like the one thing I want in TeleSense to do. So, hello. Tonight we are working on more special zones. I'm gonna see which I don't know if all these are gonna be reasonable. I'm probably gonna have to stop earlier than usual just because it's so freaking hot. I'm gonna just get tired way sooner. It's 94 in my office right now. But yeah, the first one we're working on here is like a Mario, snake coin type dealy. Where you run into the gem, it spawns like a bunch of, I think, little green gems is probably what's gonna happen. And if you get all the little green gems before they despawn, you get a prize, probably an upgrade. And so far we have spawned in our new like edgy bit here. Got this edgy bit to spawn, but it doesn't do anything. So right now I am writing a script to live on that gem, where if you run into the gem, it starts like the process here. Not red coin star. Like there's certain like blocks that you hit. It's like a snake coin more, that's what I'm going for. You know what I mean? Where it spawns a bunch of coins, but they're fading away as they spawn, and you get something special if you get all of them sometimes. But red coins maybe worthwhile doing. I already know to that. Red coins harder to get, but you get something at end of what? Something extra, I guess. If you get all N red coins. So yeah, the motivation of working on more of these like side zones is just to give me more pieces to mix up these levels, I think, and give more sort of avenues for that risk reward decision. Like, oh, am I gonna go like actually downwards to go get the rest of these coins, or should I just keep moving up, keep the death box off my back? Is the goal at least. All right. It's not finding like good spaces to spawn like a snake of coins. I don't think is actually that easy. I guess for starters, I can know. Let me hop and do a game. Check. I'm pretty sure I could use like the position of my parent to make a conclusion about whether I'm on the left or the right. And then I can just basically like try and draw a line that changes every so often. Thing to grab? Am I checking? Why did these double spawn? Something's wrong here. Was this happening before? I don't think so. What did I do? Version control. Again. I'm just worried that in messing with the shop stuff, I might have broken that somehow. Oh, yeah. I see what I did. See, this is why it's good to test the game every so often. Because if I had continued on, I would have assumed that I'd broke it with something else. But by checking soon, I have this like little diff. I know the problem here is in platform spawner. It's under. So yeah, basically what I did here is I added the new independent check, but I didn't get rid of the previous complicated check. So it was spawning two shops. hopping back in. Let's just double check that shop regression is fixed. And then we can continue on to the gem stuff. Here's my gem. Hit it, doesn't do anything. Shop. Like this. Oh, it just, yeah. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, yeah. Fixed. All right. So yeah, let's. Oh, I got distracted by the shop thing. I lost track of what I actually wanted to check. Which what I want to check is, can I use the position of this like offset parent main vine as a heuristic to determine what side I'm on? In which case I could start drawing a line. Again, I have to click through like a zillion. Okay, yeah, it's 18 and it would be negative 18 on the other side. So the answer is yes. So I think we probably want to help her on. We will also need our pad. Okay. We have spawn coins here where, because we know, we can say transform a parent dot x greater than 0 is, am I on the right? Parent dot position. Okay. And if I'm on the right, I want to move to the left, right? So I can say, what's the word? Like initial spawn direction. Vector 2 spawner is, say, initial spawner. INITIAL spawner is we right. And we're going vector 2 left. Why would you autocomplete down? See, this autocomplete is only when I don't want it. Okay. Next. We think we want like a recursive helper function here that takes like a previous position and like previous direction. And maybe also previous direction count. That if we eventually get over some number, we like zigzag to make it harder. Actually, you know what? What if I just do like a Z, a downward Z every time? Is it worse? Is it that much worse if it's the same every time? Does the randomness help? Pretty sure I have the logic. Like I have the available positions I can query that I could know how to do a downward Z every time. I could always go down to 0. I guess it could go to the right as well. Maybe like 3 total turns where it would go left as far as it could, then down, then left, up, right. That'd be 5. I don't know. Let's get something spawning, and then I'll decide if I want to change the directions. Let's get the simplest version of this spawning. Like one step at a time here. Spawn coins impl. Oh, it needs a pipe. Spawn coins impl. Transform. Position. Initial spawner 0. It's a problem. Oh, spawn coin impl. Okay. Well, does this? I think this is actually. I've already like talked myself out of a recursive and just do iterative. I don't see a benefit. Private const int k num coins, say 10. Private const float and coin spawn delay. It should be like relatively small, but not 0. We will still need an implementation function to like stagger these spawns. I guess I'm gonna invoke this. How do I pass it data? Question. Maybe like a delegate version of this? Maybe let's try. I don't know. Just continue for a second. So it'd be like for and I equals 0, I less than knum coins plus I invoke spawn coin impl. This function. I thought there was a way to I would need like a coroutine, I guess. Is there a, I wonder if there are compat concerns there. I don't know, let's try it. Our coroutine. Fine. Yeah. Accidentally hit the debug button, so now it's gonna be slow. Alright, on coin cool. I can't spell. I guess maybe I shouldn't invoke. I could also like just start a timer and tick it down and update. That seems like I'm looking for the most straightforward, most debuggable solution, the simplest. That if I come back to this in months, I don't have to like figure stuff out. I think I just want array. I should just, on spawn time, I'm just going to calculate everything I want to spawn. I'm going to put it in an array, and then at update time, I'm going to tick down a timer and just march along the array based on the ticking of that timer. Okay, so I guess I want to const vector 2 and spawn positions size k num coins. Everywhere. Oh, it can't be const. I have to set this in awake. Let's do it. Private void on awake. Just awake. Spawn positions is a new vector2 array of size knum. Okay, and then I can just say amnum spawn positions I is like whatever. Let's just do it. We'll like try and snake around in a second. Let's just spawn 10 coins, right? Yeah, to do this type baby steps. So say private const float and on distance and distance between. Okay, so and spawn positions I is, should just say, well, it's just transformed up position plus spawner times distance between times I. And it's not going to like this because vector 2, vector 3, so we're going to, okay. Oh, you're making me so annoyed. How about this? Then a vector 2 constructor should just 0 the z, so that should be fine. Alright. Just on trigger enter, we have like a bool. Or we don't even need a bool, the bool is the timer. Well, it's I change my mind immediately. I want to be able to differentiate them so I know the difference between currently spawning and has already came and went, already spawned. Maybe it'll just destroy itself on end, but like, it's fine. Is this really, I can delete the bool if I don't need it. M spawning is false. And then private float M spawn timer 0. Okay. Next. On trigger enter 2D. Say M spawning. It's true. M spawn timer is coin spawn delay times the number of coins. Then we can say if not spawning, we're not spawning, start spawning the coins. Trigger exit we don't need, but I'm going to keep around just in case we need it as future time. Then we have an update function where if spawning m on timer minus equals time.delta time, if I guess we like to do floor division. Oh, I think actually I want even separate things. It's this. Say, and then if m spawn timer is less than 0, it's time to spawn something. So this is our helper function for that. I guess we could also have private int m num spawned. We'll take this up. Spawn counter 0 here and spawn coin and num spawn counter. Oh my god, autocomplete plus equals 1 if m num spawn counter is equal to k num spawn. We can say here if not spawning and my spawn counter is 0. So that also locks us out of the future spawns after we already triggered it. Spawn counter is equal to the number of the coins. We're no longer spawning. Okay. Then we actually need to instantiate the prefab, but just keep doing hooking up. And then we set the timer equal to frequency delay or something. Yeah, okay. Here, let's instantiate the prefab. We'll need a, don't actually need a position. We just get the position out of the array. That's m spawn positions at m num spawn counter. Can also function as the index. Instantiate our prefab at position, and we give it a rotation as well just to select the function overload we want. Fixed position. All right, so we just have to give this script a prefab to spawn, and we can test it. What should it do? It should spit out 10 of the prefab we point it to over a period of like a few seconds. So, what do I need to change? All right, I need to give it a prefab. So I go to the prefab, say, hey, you spawn boy, here's the prefab I want you to spawn. Money or something? We're just gonna do money for now. Eventually, this will probably want its own prefab that's like a different sprite and maybe like reports back to the spawner. So let's see. Okay, here's one of our guys. Okay, I mean, it's the right idea. It didn't work like at all how I hoped, but that's the right idea. So let's make this like 5. Like, I guess if I plan on doing 2 zigzags, I really just need to like raycast down and raycast to the left, or oh, there's the sweet spot edge. I gotta fix that. All right, these should spit out some coins to the right. Okay, that basically works. I want to go a little bit faster, like a little bit farther, but like the distance isn't gonna matter in a second. Okay, so I think of a reasonable way of doing this without getting too fancy, and maybe we can get even fancier at a future time, but let's get some improved behavior without like a ton of work. We're gonna do what's the word? One raycast to potentially align our horizontal. And we do a raycast down, try and find a good spot to go down, and then we'll do a raycast to the left or right to just go down at the next level. I don't think I want to randomly roll between up and down. I want it to always go down, so it's more of a cost. But yeah, let's try that. So need a couple lines basically. Need to, let's just assume we can go the initial direction. And then we'll down check at a certain, like when it's towards the middle, because that's far more likely where the like a path down would be. So say here in our loop, get the position, and positions, the absolute value, the position's x coordinate is less than 2. So that means like it's roughly in the middle-ish where there should be a straight shot down somewhere. And we'll start looking for that straight shot down so we're not checking it every single time. It's a little bit cheaper, hopefully. Recast. Let me look at it. Totally forget what the name of the recasting interfaces are. Oh, just physics. It's under the physics 2D namespace. Gotcha. Physics 2D recast. And we started our current position. And we go down at a distance of, let's say, I don't know, 5. It's up here. I might want it a second. Then we also have a will be turned down is false. Here, if our raycast it doesn't hit, that means the way forward is clear and we can change directions. Well, we want to save the X position we turned down at. I guess the whole position. Vector turned down pos. So save the position. Cool. And then we only do this if we haven't turned down yet. So check if should turn down. A is clear for downward line. We have turned down. Instead, our position will be the turn down position plus vector 2 down times m distance between. I guess we also want to save the index so we know turn down index, because we need to know how many like offsets we want. Distance between times turn down index. Well, I guess I minus turn down index will be the sign. Vector 3 down. Fire the down. X turn down pos. What's the problem here? Stupid. It's in the wrong scope. No. Oh, thinks it might be unassigned. I guess it might be. I guess I should add else if mathf dot just posx is less than or equal to -2. That means it missed it. So let's just turn down no matter what. This shouldn't really happen though. Okay. Turn down. There. This will at least make the compiler happy. Okay, now what's your problem? It doesn't, like, it's not smart enough to know that would, yeah, I'm not smart enough. Maybe it's warning me. Okay. Boss. Sure, yeah. It's happy with it now. Anything else to do here? No, I mean, we might switch directions again in a second, but you need to make pos in the larger scope. So we can. Okay, let's give this a shot. So what do we expect to happen? Should zigzag down through the. Oh, actually, it might not have appropriate parameters to actually make it. I mean, it zigzagged, but I want it to farm our coins basically. That looks like. But then I think you just want to duplicate that logic to duplicate that logic to variable, in which case potentially go a different direction. Yeah. Okay. So second check here is if we want to check if we went down the entire distance we raycasted. Once we have gone the entire distance we raycasted, we no longer know it's safe to spawn. So we should do another raycast and switch direction. So this is just this again, but what does it look like? So we're going down no matter what. That means we'll just get a delta y of the turn down pos dot y minus pos dot y, right? And then if delta y is greater than or equal to a like distance or something, yeah, okay, raycast distance. This isn't the cleanest state machine, and like it definitely will not clean extend to states. It's just something to clean up. I just want to get this left down horizontal zigzag, and I'll call that good enough as like a proof of concept, because like I still want to then go do the logic to say Like, did you pick them all up and give them a timed life, spawn in a different prefab, all that stuff. Delta Y is greater than or equal to raycast distance. Would hit left. And hit right if not hit left and not hit right. In the case where both ways are clear, pick randomly. Else if not hit left and hit right, go left. Else if hit left, not hit right, we actually want to make this like 75% so it starts looking, so it gets like 2 frames to check, or maybe 10. I want it to have an open way. Go left. Right. Okay. It also need to store this is very not clean, and I will definitely clean this up offline. I'm gonna actually file that as a prove timed snake spawner not extensible if you want more pivots or smarter spawning logic. This is the type of thing that if I had like a nice spline system, I could just go along splines. I gotta get to that eventually, but like, oh, I have so many other things. Just gotta work. I feel like I'm doing a job recently. I should have worked. I don't think I had a week in any recent weeks where I did nothing offline. I'm always doing at least like a couple hours off stream. So here we're gonna say B second turn left is random dot range from 0 to 2 equals 0, just a 50-50. Here second turn left is just true. Then the other case we can leave it as false. It's true, yeah. Or at least would be helpful. I think probably like I'm gonna do it after I do these other like chunk zones, or at least like this one and maybe one more, just so I have like enough level pieces. I could potentially leave some for later. But yeah, just 1 or 2 of these to have more level pieces, and one-way platforms is the other level piece I want. Then when I have all the like core level pieces, that's when I'll make it with the things I have, the things I want to power and help make smarter in mind. So I would say it's third on the list. Where number 1 is just 1 or 2 more of these that I'm doing right now. Number 2 is one-way platforms, because those are important and also like pretty strongly interact with the spline system because you can jump up through them potentially, right? But after I do those 2 things, I think yeah, it's spline time. Once I have all the level pieces, it's like it starts to become a matter of polishing, and I consider that like the spline system to be like a form of gameplay polish where I can make decisions about spawning things that should feel better to the player. So yeah, it's soon. Um, Either this weekend if I do a lot of work, or next weekend if I only do a little work. Within the next 2 weeks for sure. I get hit by a bus. Anyway, here's our B second turn, where I guess I need second turn pause as well. This is why this should be like, maybe I did have some of the right idea making this like a, what's the word, recursive function. Because basically what I want is I want like a decision and a previous position to be passed into me from my parent, and then I'll like make a bunch, and then I want to do another twist. I just want to pass that on to a child. So maybe I'm going to put here, this state machine is very bad. Recursive might have been the right idea where line segment is a recursive call. I think maybe the reason I backed off it was because I was thinking of it as each spawn being a recursive call, but which doesn't really get you anything. But each line segment being a recursive call does get you something. Avoid this stupid state machine. Anyway, the second turn's pos is second turn position. First, second turn pos. And again, see, I need another index. Yeah. This is definitely and once I do make it recursive, I could zigzag as much as I want. And I could have like, I could say, okay, on level 1, it only zigzags twice. But level 2, it zigzags 3 times. And like on the final level, it's like going all around ridiculously to make that treasure harder to get. So yeah, I think not only would making this recursive clean it up a bunch, would also make it more extensible. I basically can't go beyond. Even this third zig is kind of madness. If I go beyond this, like it's truly madness. Is it? I can move this up space here, which is going to be second turn left. Good. All right, it's happy. And then this doesn't have to do anything special. It just keeps going. All right, so we should see a zig and a zag. Let me make sure there are enough coins to do all the zigging and zagging I'm hoping for. Okay, so should be one of the first things that spawns. My zag. Oh, I forgot to set like state variables. Also, that was an example of where the assumption that like the first line is fine was incorrect. There was a platform in the way of the first line. Anyway, yeah, so I need to set state problem, second turn pos, and second turn x. So B second turn here represents like, hey, there's anything set. God, why are you doing this in Visual Studio? Should also, I know it's switch Unity integration from Visual Studio to Visual Studio Code. I feel like a lot of the annoyances, that's just me hitting page up, but A lot of the annoyances that I have around Visual Studio and Unity might be lessened if I switch it to code, just because it's more lightweight and stuff. Or resources for Unity to gobble up with the constant recompiles. But if second turn pass is current position, second turn index, the current index, which isn't called index, it's called I. Yeah, and this, or no, this needs second turn pass. Okay, so let's hop back in game, see if we get our zig and our zag. Oh, yeah, pretty much. It actually went too far, but all right. But it's a little confusing as is because it's the coin. So let's make it its own prefab. We'll probably just do little versions of the gem. So I'm gonna go to prefab collectible on duplicate it, call it instead timed gem. I'm gonna switch the color to white, switch the coin to the gem, which is like called time something. Coin spawner. That's a terrible name. What can you do? I'll fix it at a future time. All right, increase health on other. No, we're not doing that. This probably needs a damage self on trigger enter is fine. It can still like destroy itself when the player gets it that way. Spawnable data it does not need. Okay. Money. It's probably a fine physics layer for this. But now it needs like a new component that just reports back to. Actually, no, it doesn't. Because I can just use its death. Right? I guess I need to differentiate between timed. Oh wait, I have those death flags I added. Right? Destroy on death. Yeah, so destroy on death. Can I say my death flag is 1? And I say destroy on death again, a second destroy on death. I'll say this flag is 0. This flag is 1. So 0 means the player picked you up. 1 means you timed out. So we'll say destroy on start after 5 seconds. It times out, it dies, but it dies with a different death flag, so we should be able to differentiate it here. So we would have our callback. That would be something like on coin died. And then here we spawn the thing. Coin is this. We say coin get components. QHEA health, or is it QI destroyer? Let's see, is it QI destroyer? This has like all the stuff that's in like the Q namespace is like set up for use and stuff, like interfaces and layers and inheritance and what. I'm gonna check here if destroy on death is a destroyer. So yeah, actually I don't even need to get the flags. I already know the layout, right? First destroyer is normal. Second is timed death. So I do var destroyers Coin, get components, QI destroyer, then do destroyers 0 on death. I guess on destruction imminent, same thing. No. On coin died. Is that good? What do you want from me? A delay and a flags. Okay. There. Now it's an appropriate callback, right? But yeah, there's those flags I could use, but I don't even need to. I can just subscribe to the specific thing I care about. So I just don't even describe to this one. I just get destroyer 0. And then here, I could have like a different, I'm not gonna do a treasure spawning in a second. Let's just test the event hookup and just say coin collected in chat at debug.spawn, debug.log. Okay. So the idea here is we just gave our thing both it's using the existing collectible stuff where it's kind of like piggybacking on health, and when the player runs into it, it deals 1 damage to itself and dies. And then we're subscribing to that death event to know when the player picks up one of the coins we spawned. So we can know if they get all the coins and give them a reward. So need to use our new prefab. It's still at coin. So let's give it, instead of money 1, it's like gem or something. Time gem. Okay, we hop into game. Should see so where we should see our time gem. When we collect them, we should be able to see debug logging. Oh, this is an example where it's not going to be able to go down. Something to look at. Yeah, so can't even get them all here. But I got 15 instances of coin collected, so it seems like this worked. You can also try here on your coins. Then just here private int and collected, increment it here in our event callback plus equals 1 if collected is equal to kingdom coins, and do something in a sec, but for now I'm just going to debug.log. Got them all. Okay, so hopefully we don't get a big platform there, because that's like a spawning case we can't handle. I should add a note about that. Does not handle big platforms well. Assumption that middle will be clear is false. Big platforms. Hey, here's our gem. Oh, what? It immediately went now? I feel like I changed the values in some. Oh, how did I break this? Now this is a case where source control isn't going to save me, because this whole file is new. So I don't know what I broke in like the past 5 minutes. All I'm thinking about is I set up an event callback. I don't see why that should affect how those spawning. Let's try it again, see if it repros. Yeah, it's immediately going down. Is that? Why would that be? Just step through it. Thing here that could have messed it up. So, let's see. I think the best way is just to step through it. Which, unfortunately, take a bunch of loading time. I wonder if this is a good reason to get a new computer with the top of the line CPU. I feel like for gaming, at least for the games I play, like World of Warcraft, Overwatch, StarCraft, like Blizzard games, having a like 1080 and an i7 a couple years ago is no big deal. But faster compile times I would actually like very much appreciate. Huh. Wait. Oh, I see. So here we added the clause like, and the reason this didn't happen before is because it will only happen on the left. Because we assumed if we were going left to right, this indicates that we have gone too far, but really we want be left, be right, and then pauses, or not be right and the other version of it. So yeah, this is just because my initial testing had the gem thing spawn on the right. So this was correct, but when it spawns on the left, this is no longer correct. You need this because it's moving from negative to positive. Yeah, also, like you were saying about the benefit of a spline system, that's also why I'm not like super worried about getting a perfect zigzag here. Like anything serviceable enough to like test the concept is good enough, I think. And okay, it said got them all way too early. Said it 15 times? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, I did num spawned instead of num collected. Versus what, like randomly spawning in the screen? You think that would be better? Do you mean like an arbitrary line? It's just to do fewer raycasts. Is the answer. Like what I'm imagining you're suggesting, and let me know if I'm wrong here, is you're suggesting just basically I spawn a coin, do like a semicircle, pick a random direction in a semicircle, and check if I can spawn there, and if I can, just spawn there, and then just keep doing like a random direction in a semicircle to pick a valid spot. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that. I guess my aversion to that was just 25 raycasts, or potentially more. Yeah. I think that's the necessary part for it to not be like a huge waste of the user's resources. I don't know. I think I guess it's if I maybe deferred the calculation to later. If I said like at update time, you only have to do potentially one raycast and not even every frame, right? It's doing it like well, I guess at every 0.1 seconds, it's every frame, but it could be a slightly slower delay. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that would be superior than hooking into a spline system? Like, say I had the spline system, would you consider the spline implementation superior? Yeah, so I think if that it's not that's not like a maybe. That's like a I am doing this for sure sometime in the next month, probably in the next 2 weeks or so. So I would just like I would rather like I probably will have a bunch of splines like I imagine it, right? Like you can have a spline for going to the left, up through the middle. I think I figured out I could do 6 splines sort of on a like a 2x2 grid of platforms of ways to traverse the platforms, and then I could just like pick one. You know what I mean? I could either pick the middle spline or the closest spline to go immediately down, or to the middle then down. Um, what do you mean fixed spots around the player? I don't understand the distinction. Whenever the player, oh, like near, far, near, far, near, far, you mean? Yeah, that could increase the challenge of it. I feel like I want to make that a different variant. Alternating near far version of time gem, where gem spawns close to player, and the next gem spawns randomly on screen. Set distance away. I just wanna, I mean this, let's see, I'm pretty sure this gem is pretty good. Like, if I wanted to like try some, you know, I wanted to have like 3 different ways that things can spawn, there's a pink gem, that's not bad. Although, ruining it? I think that still looks fine. I mean, that might not be the right color of magenta, but you know, there are colors in here I can put on top of this. Lean larger, yeah, I could just do that. Right, I have just distance between here. I think it would look nicer if they had like some kind of animation, like if they were rotating or like pulsing up and down. But yeah, I think I just wanna I let's I've been like reading talking to chat, but like the test we just did, got them all, did work. It only fired once. It fired when we got all the gems. So it did the thing. What, like where it can only spawn like +1 or something? I definitely don't want it to go up, right? Because yeah, right. But I wanted to force the player to can like you say, hey, I'm way ahead, I can go down, or yeah, maybe that as well. I mean, I don't think it's even that hard to like say when I'm picking my random spot or I'm picking like my +n, like I'm planning on generally going down. I was also thinking of a version of this where that would lock the screen where you would like be in a bubble and the bubble would move around and you have to stay in the bubble. If you fall out of the bubble, the event ends. But if you like follow the bubble all the way around the screen, it spawns some treasure. That's what I'm also getting at. We need the general tech here to spawn some treasure. Um, so I think uh well, for starters, doing all these different special zones was very eyes bigger than stomach, but I do think we can finish like the spirit of this one. But we need that general tech for picking up treasure. Right now, the only way to get upgrades is all right. Do I actually have that on my list here? Wait nearby long enough, that's a simple one, but also I didn't actually write that down. Follow bubble around screen. And I will add here variant where when spawn near far. And also general upgrade tech. I'll say this is done enough for now. And then I think I'll do general update tech tonight, and then that'll be it. I'll work on fleshing the rest of these out offline. It's so hot, man. How hot is it in here? Still 94. Okay, it hasn't gotten any hotter, but good God, so hot. Okay. So I don't think the upgrade tech should be that hard, but it's I have to look at, there might be more assumptions around the shop baked in than I expected. Yes, where's my modifier list? That'll be the place to look. Okay. So this is all the data we need, right? It's got the sprites, it's got the description. I don't even know if we, in the future, we probably need a description. I don't know if we need a description right now. You know what I mean? There needs to be like a quick like pulse up. This is what you got and this is what it does. But for now, let's just make sure we can dump the item there for the player if they succeed the challenge. And then when the player picks up the item, it actually like functionally changes their character. That's the goal we're going for. So first of all, I want to fix my gem here. I'm gonna check in white one, and I'll just tint it to, because I think I can use white, or it was this color. I can tint it back to white to indicate a signal, like maybe, or just switch back to sprite. I don't know, we'll see. But it's fine, whatever. This is what I change. So that's like a non. So we have access to this sprite. This sprite is our sprite. We can change it to the upgrade. Actually, we don't might not even need a new component. We can just handle the logic here. So here, we need to randomly pick an upgrade. How do we do that? Surely there's a way. You can just see what the shop is doing. I don't see a way here in modifier list. But let's look at what the shop is doing again. Shop? It's like upgrade or something. Rand int over the list of shop prototypes. I already have the list of shop prototypes here. Yeah, I think that's what it's doing. But it must be calling something. Shop item. Okay, I see. Where's this MD? Okay, modifier list, S data list. This is what I want. So I think this just should be another helper. Private void. What is it? I guess like spawn board. So there are all the modifiers. Is there any? Guess I'm using like already bought. Guess I don't. Yeah, I know what I can do here. We'll just guess and check. Yeah, you're right that for testing and stuff, we're just gonna do random. So yes, we'd have something like int index equals -1 while true, or never while true while watchdog. Unity engine assertions and a watch Dog max is 1,000. Or I guess that was the const. Watchdog is 0. Wall watchdog plus plus is less than a watchdog max. We'll just index random range 0 modifier list. As modifier data list. And then we dot counter length or something. And we can get that modifier data. Is that ambiguous? Oh no, semicolon. Okay, so we have the modifier data now. That has component type. So we want to then say, well, I guess we cache the player when we first collide with them. Cache the player here. It'd be collision at game object stop parent transform dot parent. I'm like losing my ability to type here. I'm just melting away, dude. So hot. Okay. Then we can say our comp is player, a component, children, this. Allowed to do that? Typo? What if I say system.type? Type. That care? Does that help? md.component type? Type? Really not allowed to do this? System, can I not use a system.type as a type? Are you dumb? Pass system.type to C#? What is system dot? Understand. So is it not typo? Is it? I don't think this works either. Oh, whoops. That's what I want to do. Difference. I can add it as a system.type. I can't get it as a system.type. This is a kind of riveting. Is that it? Oh wait. Oh yeah. No. See how modifier base is adding itself to stuff. So this is not what I expected the problem to be. You know? How am I adding this? How is the player getting this? This is the this is the point where hopefully I made it clear because um why okay. Maybe I can get component T with the system.type. Maybe that's what it is. Yup. Wow, why didn't I just try that? So I didn't try that because I'm melting. It's interfering with my decision making. Okay. So if comp continue. So basically what this is the do you already have this check? Um we'll set it to -1, so then we can just do unity assert or assert. Oh my god, I accidentally hit some Visual Studio key code. Assert dot is true index does not equal -1. Okay. If the index does not equal -1, then that means we found something that we can turn into. So let's look at our. It's like set data or something. Dude, I never want selection. I've never once wanted selection in Visual Studio. Something else. It was something like what is it? Modifier type? Modifier data. I guess I can just. I don't do that. Whatever exactly. Just cache it. Modifier data. M board. Yeah. Board data is this. It's MD, which we already had in the other scope. It's fine. I want the index as like error checking, watchdog checking. Check. Did I just want to run the game really quick. See, I wanted to see file errors. Oh, dot. Game object. Get those errors now before they build up. Also, if I don't periodically put the game sound through my headphones, since I'm only talking, listen to music on something else, because I don't want to have to worry about the copyright concerns. My headset would eventually just shut off. It's like, oh, no audio has come through me for like an hour or something. Yeah, okay. Thing looks fine here. It's that one error compiled again. Cool. All right. We're looking at this spawnable upgrade stuff. I think this will probably go into like a base class, like the reward, spawn reward aspect of it, because I would want like many of the other ones, the other type of challenges that I discussed, to also have this spawner reward code. We're only doing this one for today, so this is a fine place for it to start. It can also serve as like a nice sort of first revision kind of sanity check when you transfer it from being in a single class to a generic. Like, ah, do I really need this? Is this doing what I expected? All that kind of good stuff. Okay, so I do need to add is a secondary sprite renderer, because some of the fancy new items I'm using, I mentioned, a lot of these upgrades are using two sprites. Like the ring is a sprite for the gem and a sprite for the ring, so that I can set color. So we have to add an empty sprite to the gem. Okay, you can't add an empty sprite. You have to add a child sprite. Secondary sprite. Okay. So we can then, I think, want another helper for. Yeah, I'll just do it here. This is just updating the visual. So say our sprite. I guess we have to get our sprite renderers. So var SRs, get component in children, sprite renderer. That'll give us R's first. So our primary SR is SR0. Secondary SR is SR1. It's a problem. Oh, components. Okay, and then our primary SR.sprite to reward data dot sprite. No, reward data dot sprite. Okay. Then primary SR dot color is equal to reward data dot color. Then if reward data dot secondary sprite secondary SR dot sprite equals reward data dot secondary sprite secondary SR dot enabled is true, else secondary SR dot enabled is false. Okay, so the idea here is when we get all the coins, instead of just debug logging, we're going to call this new function spawn reward, which is going to find an upgrade we haven't already got, save its data, and then update our visuals to indicate we're going to be that upgrade. And then the next step will be actually picking up that upgrade, giving it to the player, but don't need that for now. Let's just do the get the next level of incremental check here at collecting all the coins, updates, picks an upgrade, and updates the sprite appropriately. That corner edge. One day I will have the perfect ledge grab without any edge cases, mark my words. I'm doing it for like 2.5 weeks now. Uh-oh. Oh, reference exception. Why? Okay, I guess we're colliding with the player directly, so then it's just this. The reason I thought we were colliding with player money. I guess that's just the gems only. Oh, cool. Also, think because I collected the gems, or because I switched the gem color to white, like the base sprite color, particles, oh no, they're white, because I didn't set them on the, get that last one? Wait, oh yeah, it spawned a thing. It's not, why is it like weirdly outlined though? Looks like the main sprite and the secondary sprite aren't lined up correctly. Oh yeah, because this is size 2. It just needs to also be size 2, I think. Or size 1 at least. No, that didn't do it? Oh, because that's the prototype, that's not this specific one. Top out of here. Oh, don't kill me, Deathbox. I'm gonna pause the game. Grab this. Okay, yeah, if I make the secondary sprite size 1, I should make the scale down to like 1.5. Okay, it's fine. But it kind of worked, and like pretty much. Let us just also update the scale here. ASR transform about scale. Let's make sure that fits, and I guess I should double check the local scale change on the prototype actually updated. So let's go to spawnables, or I guess this is in prefabs, platform special. Secondary sprite is this gem. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, let's get that color. Let's fix that now. Take copying that color. That's 1. Cool. Yay. Oh, I guess I should do this. It should just be 1. There, and so that just, I don't know if it would have properly scaled with the parent scale, but this removes all doubt. Then let's also go to our collectible prefab and make it the same, like lime green. I just want to see if my like particle thing works. I would expect the collection particles to be lime green if I set it up correctly. Oh, I lost the color. God dang it. All right. So still not going to actually work. It's not going to give us the power up, but power up should spawn like with the correct sprite. Also, the gem should be that greeny turquoise. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to get them all. They're gonna go through the. God dang it! Dang, big platforms. One-way platforms also kind of help this because it should reduce like the computational cost of these raycast type calculations. Because if there are like more acceptable paths, and hit it. But if there are more acceptable paths, then it reduces the odds our raycasts will be like hits when we want misses. So yeah, it turned into our food rations. It doesn't do anything though, so let's do that last bit. I guess should maybe do time gem improvements should indicate when failed, i.e. when time death means you can't get them all. Should also have time out indication, animation like fading away. Okay. We're not gonna do that now. Just want to add here Else if, I guess it should be the first one. If whatever the check for spawn reward was. So this basically means I've spawned the reward. And this collision should instead give me that reward. So if I look at shop item upgrade, I get the type, then I just add component. Okay. I need to copy there. Same note. So I say player first child or second child, one means two, zero means one. My player's second child, I want to add to him whatever my modifier. I call it reward data. I think it's reward data. I'm not gonna go look. Dot type. Is that cool? It's fine to me. And we can just kill ourselves. Destroy game object. Good. Also destroy in fail case. In both cases should have a destruction animation. Maybe anim should be different. Or I guess anim should be different. Success versus fail. I can maybe use the Kenny like pattern pack to do like a fracture animation, so like the gem crumbles away. That'd be doable on failure. Probably wouldn't want to do that for the upgrade case, or maybe it could fracture away and show the upgrade. I don't know, something. We are in the pure functional bit though. So let's see. Once we get to the polish bit. Yeah, I was spawning the right colored particles. That's nice. Jump down, we get our thing, which is to a, what is that, a volatile shield. Get up, goes away. Now let's get hit and see if we spawn a volatile shield. Chickens, where you at? Chickens are always there when I'm trying to not get hit, and never when I'm trying to get hit. All right, yeah, there's the volatile shield. It looks like it worked. We can try it again. Second gem here. If I can get this in time. Well, I guess I also want to test that these are actually timing out. Feather. Uh-oh. This kind of shows the intent. Oh no. It's cool that it caught me there where it would never catch me before. It kind of shows, even in this primitive version, it's serving its purpose of offering me a nice juicy reward to get in exchange for greed and my death coming up with me. Yeah, one last thing to check before I can probably call it a day here is are these actually timing out? Doesn't look like it. Could be that. No, these definitely aren't timing out. Let's figure out why. I just want, I know this isn't perfect, but I want all the sort of fundamentals of this working so that then I can go generalize and expand on this idea with more of these types of challenges. And like fading away over time could destroying houses. It's doing it. Oh, I see, I see. It has the wrong component, I think. I just want the raw destroyer. I don't want destroy on death. It's overriding start. So the base class start isn't getting called, so the time destruction isn't getting queued. So I'm gonna go to prefabs, collectibles, my time gem here. Delete this destroy on death and add a straight QI destroyer. And give it a, let's say, 3-second delay on start with that one flag. We're not planning to use that right now, but we might. We'll see. Um, okay, there's my spawn. It's going down, it's going over. Oh, they are dying. Okay. It's probably not too fast. I don't know. Let's try on the next one. Anything to help me? Anything interesting in here? Want any burning stuff? For shield, always worth. Okay. After my ultra shield, shouldn't I have one? Did I lose it? I heard a S noise while I was looking away. Maybe I lost it. I'll hang out. Should I get ultra shield back? Did I buy one? Look at my modifiers, I guess. Yeah. Ultra shield. Test this in the meantime. I feel like I should have gotten a shield by now. 10 seconds is kind of a long time. This did not change. Must have missed one. Shield. I think I did make a change to this recently. Oh, is it this? No, I kind of want to try that again, see if I get a better idea. Did I never get it in the first place, or did I it break? Definitely broke to recharge somehow. I didn't see whether or not I ever got it by. No, don't die. No! Oh, I missed it. Maybe we should be slightly more generous. Alright, there's an ultra shield. Yeah, I never even got it. What the heck? This is something that I can solve with force control, because I remember I did this recently. Shield charge. Aha. If ready. Hmm. I mean, this is the change that broke it for sure. Where I think for other shield, like you got hit twice in the same frame, like your shield would die on the first hit, and then it would like break the expectations on the second hit. So I tried to make it so that it turns off the shield at the end of the frame, so it lets you block as many things as you want. For the one frame it gets hit. I'm not sure what I broke in here. And I'll see. I changed this so that the ready case should be equivalent. Which is ready is true, so shield ready turn true. Only thing I can think of is this is like constantly being set? Or is set shield ready false being called a bunch? I don't know, let's devote. So yeah, 8:45. I probably want to be wrapping it up soon, but I can probably fix this one last bug. I don't want to go to bed with a no bug. Fix it if you. All right, so Ultra Shield is number 8. So let's update that to the preferred item so it spawns every time. Eight. Okay. Next, guess I wanna go into shield charge. Like, okay, so on awake I say, oh, I see the problem. I need to call this on buy. The on buy thing was being called by the shop, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Let's break in here. I don't even need. Well, no. Yeah, this definitely should be called. Let's just bug break in there and see what's happening. I don't know, it broke my ultra shield. I'm just gonna take a moment for sure to attach the debugger. Okay, debugger attached. I think. I don't care about you right now. It is nice to see different things as I hop up. Alright. This is not what I care about either. Buy the ultra shield. Okay, this is something. This is like adding the component. That's fine. Updating it. And here, yeah. So on buy is getting called. Object should set shield ready should be initially ready. True. Cool. If ready. I see. Shield down this frame is getting set at the same time shield down this frame is true, but ready is also true. So, I mean, I could follow the logic to determine exactly how this messes it up, but I don't think I need to. I'm pretty confident this is what's messing it up. Because basically the pattern it was taking is like the shield base class is saying like, okay, let's turn off the shield. Let's assume you're not going to be on, and then I'll ask the shield child component, hey, do you think you should start on? And it'll do whatever logic. In the case of the ultra shield, it just says yes. But for some other components, it'll say like, hey, am I currently in combo? Is the death box currently on the screen? That kind of thing. But so it's saying, okay, turn yourself off, and then tell me if you should be turned back on. But being turned off and on in the same frame was putting like the Boolean state in a weird position. That was leading to it getting locked and me not getting my shield. So if I buy it now, yeah, okay, shield's back. I was expecting that was the problem. All right, cool. Glad we fixed that bug. It's nice to have a fix an offline bug. Let's, this gem will not count because it's going through stuff. Let's keep heading up. Let's get the next gem. I think this gem should be able to collect. Follow it. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed it. That's, yeah, like I said, I should probably make that more generous. Also, in lieu of a animation, I think I want to at least do like a little something. Let's turn it red. That's a simple thing. So what is it? It would be it's like snake or something. Line, coin, honor. Okay. What do we want to do here? If we let's look where we're subscribing. We can check plus equals. Oh. Here, and say this is on coin expired instead. And so we copy our on coin died. Don't have to change any state because you'll just never reach 15, so it doesn't matter. But just as like a signal, let's set our color to red. Sure. And let's, oh, I guess it's on the coin where I would make the timer more generous, like the coin has a self-destruct timer. Yeah. So let's find our coin. I have so many things, it's hard to find stuff. All right. Yeah, 3 seconds. Let's just make it 4 seconds. Probably get shorter over time, but it definitely does exist, right? Expired, duh. All right, so yeah, let's just test those two cases. Let's just test I can still get all the coins and spawn an upgrade, and the upgrade works. And then we test the other case that if we miss a coin, gem turns red, and getting the rest of them doesn't do anything. Okay, first case. This looks like a. Oh, it turned red immediately? That doesn't seem right. I mean, I couldn't have got it, but this is wrong. Huh. Oh, you know what? Dude, game owner, don't destroy. So, I think this is telling me like that it will just send the entire delay. It's like, hey, I'm dying in 5 seconds. That's not what I want. I want when you're actually dead. What do I do about that? I am not sure. I guess I could have a new event, but I was like hoping I didn't have to. It was nice that this just fit into existing components. Maybe I just need a like. I think it's just a good idea to add in a second level event here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's try that. Public delegate void on uh destroy. It's probably clear enough. I guess I need this action. Click event on destroy. Action destroy. That the event I want? Does that work how I want it to? I think you just need to be careful, like, could not do things on the object itself, should only be listened to by other objects. Called the instant before this object is destroyed. Okay, so now that I have that other, oh wait, I have to actually do that. So that is on destroy question mark, right? Now over in our like snake thing, whatever. Snake thing needs to subscribe not to on destruction imminent, but on destroy. That on coin expired. And this has no parameters, so we get rid of the parameters and it'll match. File over, stop complaining. Oh, all right. We recompile. Let's see if this works. So the good case still worked, I think. Or did we get there? Can't remember. Did we spawn an item? I noticed this too early. Let's test the good case again. You should also like maybe follow a little mini sine wave. Ah, I missed one and it turned red. But that's what we wanted. That could be another way. I definitely see the... I mean, I guess if I'm planning to use a spine, they'll be on a curve anyway. But just like giving them a little bit of sine wave of random offset would make it feel... Oh, a tree, you screwed me. But we can definitely say the break scenario works. But the winning scenario... Eh? Oh my god! I got so close. Alright, I'll give it one more shot before I go increase the timer. I'm definitely increasing the timer either way. This is one of those edge cases that probably won't work well. It's such a narrow gap, it probably won't find the gap it has to go down. Oh no, I missed one! Oh, now I'm too behind. Ah. Alright, yeah, let's increase the timer. If I can't do it, it's too punishing. So it is on 4 seconds. Let's make it on 5 or even 6 seconds. I would think the initial value should be the like the starting, and then it would tick down to more and more of a tight window. More and more of a tighter window as you get to more difficult stuff. This is one I... Oh no, I can get this. Oh no! Got it! Okay. Green shield, I believe? Yeah, that needs to like show it on the screen and stuff. Hey, ultra shields. Hey. Nice. Alright. Looks like the stuff we were looking to test works. Just up to the top, see if we can get all the gems. I'll break my shield. Oh, I missed one. Yeah, I can't get back up there. Oh no, and now I'm in trouble. Sneak in this shop, grab a bunch of upgrades. Alright, I should jump really high when I pop out of here. Yeah, I can definitely notice. Alright, no more gems for me. That was scuffed some reason. Close am I to the top? 60. Ah! I make it. Ah! Okay, that's okay. So, did like some amount of general upgrade pickup tech, but definitely a lot left to do here. So I'm gonna say like spill out the offline to do. Iterate on general upgrade tech. Should have a UI to show upgrade info on screen after you pick it up. I guess other types of challenge, special spawns, see above to do. Yeah. So yeah, we'll iterate more on this offline, and I'll hopefully have something to show you guys next Tuesday. Yeah, I did find this like reassuring though. I do feel positively about this because I feel like this is exactly what's needed. It needs things like this. I know it's not in an awesome state, that it can be much improved, but just a few more things like this is like the sort of life that it's missing here. Um, it feels like you have more purpose and goals. Um, so yeah, yeah. Sorry, a little tired, low energy, probably low efficiency as well. I will just take one last time here to complain about the scorching heat. Oh my god. Still only 94, but dude, 94. I've been, I had been working from home in this 94 all day too. So I am just very gross and covered in sweat from my dang broken AC. But I have a new AC coming next week, so that'll be nice. Um, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. Check me out, Quiet Bench Zen, Twitter and YouTube, uh, all the places. Have a good night.